Hello everybody, thank you for joining me today for the PWS Charity Pilates class aimed at carers, and thank you for Joachim for inviting me to do this today. We're going to work mostly on spinal mobility. As a physiotherapist, what I see most often in the clinic are immobile spines, so it's a perfect opportunity to give everybody some easy exercises that they can do just at home in their own time, just to keep that spine moving. Give you a bit of chance to give it a bit of TLC. So we're going to start with some progressive breathing. We're going to breathe in for a count. I'll count you through it. We're going to start going up to 12. I'll then count you back down to the out breath, and we'll do 3 rounds. I'll increase it by 1 count every time. So sit, relax. You can have cross-legged or straight legs, whatever's comfortable for you. So start breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, now we've got plenty of oxygen in the blood. We're going to do some stretches to warm up. These are called arm reaches into spine flexion. You're going to bring your arms up to your shoulders, reach the arms up towards the ceiling, going to follow the arm with your eyes, stretch 1, 2, 3, 4, breathe out and flex your spine all the way forward till your hands touch the ground as far as you're comfortable. Breathe in, breathe out to bring the spine back up, one vertebrae on top of another, back up to neutral. Slide the fingers up to your shoulders again, reaching up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel the stretch inside the spine and reaching forward. Hands to the floor. Again, only go as far as you can. Breathing in. Breathe out to slide the hands back on the floor. Back up to the shoulders. One more time. Hands up to the ceiling. 1, 2, 3, 4. Curl that spine down. Use your abdominals to stretch yourself forward. Breathe in and breathe out to come back up to neutral again. Rest the shoulder blades back against your spine. Going to go into rotation. We're going to take your left hand, put it on your right knee, reach around behind it with your right hand. Use the hands to gently pull you around. When you get to the end of the stretch, you're going to breathe in and breathe out to come back round. Go to the opposite side, right hand on left knee, reaching around with your left hand. Breathe in at the end of the stretch and come back round. Again to the other side, only go as far as you're comfortable. Imagine lengthen the spine as you're stretching. And back to the middle. Going to do lateral flexion. We're going to go down with the right hand this time onto the mat. Support you. With the left arm, sweep up and over, keeping the left hip down, thinking of length up the left side. Breathe into the ribs. Sweep the left arm back down onto the mat and then sweep the right arm up. Breathe into those ribs and back down, and then same with the other side. Remember to keep that hip down. And once more to the left. And back to the middle. Sweep the arms round behind you, fingers facing backwards onto the mat. Leave enough space where you can breathe. Let the spine extend up, leading with the sternum. Breathe in at the top and out. And again, lead with the sternum, extend up out the pelvis. Back to the middle, and last time. And hands round to the front again. So we're going to combine the first and the last movements there. I'm going to go forward into spine flexion, reaching forward. Breathe in, breathe out to sweep the arms round. Breathe in to extend up with the sternum. The bottom of the rib cage, breathe in. Breathe out to come back, sweep the arms forward again. Breathe in. Breathe out to sweep the arms round. Lead up with the rib cage. And back to the middle. Extend your legs out in front of you. I'm going to do leg and ankle circles. This should feel like you're moving the entire leg. You're going to sweep the ankles down, forward, back and around. In, down, round. Your ankles, your knees and your hips should all be moving. It's like you're lubricating every joint. And once more. Back to the middle. Swap directions, going out, down, in and up. Just feel those hips rotating all the way around in the joint. Knees rotating, ankles. You're trying to get full movement at every joint. Again, you just go as far as you're comfortable. And rest back in the middle. Going to do some ankle movements now. Going to do plantar flexion, which is point the toes and ankles down. Pull the whole ankle up towards you. Point the toes and ankles down as far as they'll go. Bring the whole foot back up towards you. And again, you should feel the stretch down the front of the leg on the way down and the back of the leg on the way up. Push down and up. And just back to the middle again. Want to isolate the toes now. Going to squeeze those toes down like you're a parrot trying to get your claws around a perch. And then extend up. Squeeze those toes down and extend up. Squeeze those toes down and extend up. And relax. Okay, I'm going to turn sideways onto the mat now. We're going to do what we call spine articulation into reclining. There's various ways of doing this. We're going to do it over 3 repetitions, a third of the way each time, and come back up. If you find it hard to go back just with your arms in midair, you can place your hands on your legs. Use some support. I'm going to start with the hands in front, shoulder blades nice and relaxed against your back. Breathe in, up tall, and breathe out to curl your spine slowly down onto the mat, just a third of the way down. Breathe in, and breathe out to curl back up again. Up tall. Imagine your spine's like a string of pearls. You're laying one pearl down every time. Each vertebrae is one pearl. Breathe in, breathe out to roll down. We're going 2/3 of the way this time. Pause. And back up again. This time we're going to go all the way down. Again, get your shoulders nice and relaxed. No shoulders around the ears. Breathe in to sit up tall. And breathe out to go all the way down. Again, you can have your hands on your legs if you want to. Rolling down each vertebrae one at a time. Nice and gradual. To the bottom. Breathe in. And hands down at your side. Bring your feet up so they're flat on the mat. Nice and relaxed lower spine. We're going to imagine there's a clock face on your pelvis. 12 o'clock is your belly button, 6 in the groin, 3 to the right, 9 to the left. I'm going to tip your pelvis without moving your ribs back towards 12. And then tip it down towards 6, back to the middle, tip to the side towards 3. Try and keep your legs still as you're doing this. It's not the whole body moving, just the pelvis. You may find one side's tighter than the other, tipping to side 9 now, and back to the middle. Once more towards 12. Down towards the groin to 6 o'clock. Back to the middle, tip towards 3. To the right. And 9 to the left. This time we're going to go around the whole clock. I want you to imagine there's a bowl of soup sitting on your pelvis, and you're trying to just roll the soup gently around the rim without spilling it. So you're going to tip down to 12, round to 3, down to 6, round to 9, back to 12, and back to the middle. Try and keep your legs still as you're doing this. Down to 12, opposite way, around to 9, up to 6, round to 3, and back round. Once more. As you breathe out to do this, just gently tighten the abdominals. Imagine you're going to the toilet and you're stopping the flow. That's the perfect way of doing it. Tip back to 12, round to 3, down to 6, round to 9, back up and back to the middle. Once more, round to 12, back to 9, down to 6, round to 3, back up and back to the middle. This is a very good way of just getting some isolated movement in your pelvis, separating it from your ribs. And again, you only go as far as you can, not into discomfort. So we're going to do some light abdominals now, just called the chest lift. Put your hands onto your sternum, roll your chin up, and just lift your shoulder blades off. Breathe in, breathe out, come back down. Imagine there's a little tennis ball or puff of air between your chin and your chest. No scrunching the neck down. Roll the spine up. If you find this is difficult, you can put your hands behind your head to support the head. Rolling up, just lifting the chest up and back down. And once more, breathing out to come up. Breathe in, breathe out to come down. I'm going to do one-sided now, one hand behind the head, other on your chest, and lift up again. Breathe out to curl up. Breathe in, breathe out to come back down. Swap arms. Breathe out to come up. Breathe in, breathe out to come down. Swap again. Once more on the left. Breathe out to come up. Breathe out to come down. Rest your hands palms up on the front of your thighs and just run the hands up towards your knees. Lift your chest again. Breathe in. Breathe out to curl. Breathe in at the top. Breathe out to come down. 2 more. Out to come up. And breathe out to come down. Last one, try and keep the shoulder blades against your spine so you're not rolling forward. Breathe in. Breathe out to come down. I'm going to turn onto your side. Just going to do a couple of things inside lying. Just rest your head under your hand. Hand down here. We're going to do clam. Knees and feet together. Pelvis nice and aligned. You're going to keep your feet together. You're just going to lift your top knee as far as you can. Breathe out to lift. Just zipping those abdominals up. Slight squeeze. And breathe out to come down. Try and keep the hips nice and level so you're not rolling backwards. It's just your knees and hips that are moving. lift up, and down. You should feel this working in the big muscle in your glutes at the back. And again, lifting up, and back down. And again, lift up, keep the heels and the feet together, and back down. Adding a slight variation, we're going to hover your foot just about an inch, keep that in midair, and lift your leg up, and back down. And again, up, and back down. And up again, and back down. Going to go into some shoulder movements now, what we call boot covers. The hands behind your head, same position, hips and knees together, elbows together. I want to breathe it out, lift the top elbow up, follow it with your gaze, roll back as far as you're comfortable with your upper body, keeping your hips and pelvis and knees in the same position. Don't overstretch your shoulder. Breathe into the stretch, breathe out to come back. Breathe in to go up. Breathe in and come back. One more. Breathing out to come up. Breathe in. Breathe out. And relax. We'll turn around onto the opposite side now. And repeat those exercises. Head resting on your hands. Other arm down for support. Hips, knees and ankles together. Keep your feet together. Lift your top knee. Don't let your pelvis roll backwards. And keep the shoulder down. Should feel that working in the glute quite hard. And back down again. Breathing out to lift up. Breathe in. Breathe out to come down. Breathe out to come up. Breathe in. Breathe out to come down. Hover the foot just about an inch. Keep the foot where it is. And lift the knee. The upper body shouldn't be moving at all the work's coming from your hip. And back down to touch the knees and up again. Bring that knee back down and back up again. Last time. Breathe in and breathe out to come down. Other hand behind your head. Elbows together. Hips, knees, ankles all in line. Lift that top arm up and follow the elbow with your gaze. Back as far as you can to get a nice stretch without overstretching the shoulder. Breathe in. And breathe out to come back. And in again. And out to come back. In to come up. And out to come back. From here, rolling onto your front. Just rest your head on your hands, legs out straight behind. We're going to do some prone leg lifts. Pointing the toes. Just tuck your belly button into your spine to support the spine. Use your hip and glute muscles just to lift your leg off the floor, just a few inches. Breathe in, breathe out to come back down. Breathe in to lift. Breathe out to come back down. Don't let your pelvis rock with this movement. It's just a straight lift up. You should just feel your thigh leaving the floor. And back down. And again. And back down. And again. And back down. Bring your arms round. We're going to do some baby swan. Face down, elbows by your side. Hands just under the shoulders in front. Breathe in to roll a marble away with your nose along the floor and let your gaze come up the wall. Breathe in as you come up. Breathe out as you go down. Suck those abdominals up with the belly button. Keep the neck long, no scrunching at the back of the spine. Shoulder blades sliding down. Breathe in as you come up. Breathe out as you go down. And again, shoulder blades down. Roll that marble away. Breathe in to come up. Breathe out to go down. And once more. And rest. Bring your toes up, hips back, and rest back to child pose. Stretch those arms out. You should feel a stretch under your armpits, down across your back, and just breathe into this stretch. 3 or 4 nice big breaths. Your bum should be sitting down on your heels and reaching forward with the arms. One more breath. And come up onto all fours. Hands should be under your shoulders. Knees below your hips. We're going to do some animal stretches now. We're going through the angry cat, the horse. We're going to be a fish to find our tail. So again, I want you to think about the string of pearls in your spine. Each vertebrae is going to try and move one at a time. You're going to start by tucking your coccyx and your pelvis under. Slowly flexing the spine up as far as you can. You'll feel your shoulder blades slide round. Breathe in at the top of the stretch. And start to reverse the stretch with the pelvis and the lower back. Just slowly arching down. Let the spine gently ease into the stretch. Slide those shoulder blades down and go all the way down into the horse, arching up. Maintain a long neck, gaze forward and reverse again, tucking the tailbone under, using those abdominal muscles just to curl the spine. Breathe in at the top and breathe out to release from the tailbone, slowly spreading that stretch up your spine all the way to the opposite stretch of extension into the horse. Nice long neck. Breathe in, breathe out to start the stretch all the way up. Breathe in, breathe out to start the stretch at your tailbone. Let it all release off to extension. Last one. And just come back to neutral again. Here we're going to look for our tail. You're going to take your pelvis out to the right, to the side, keeping your shoulders square, and look round like you're trying to see your fish or mermaid tail. Back to the middle. Slide the pelvis to the right, just curling round like you're looking for your tail. I'm going to come round so you can see it from a different angle. And again, start curling the pelvis round, just gently curving your spine. Look round like you're looking for your tail. You should feel it working quite hard on that right side. Back to the middle, curling round to the left. Look for that tail. Once more to the right. Back to the middle. And again. Okay. Going to work a little bit in coordination now. And balance. Back to all fours. Going to take your right arm, looking to the floor. Think about your shoulder blades connecting down your back. No shoulders around your ears. Nice wide base at the hips. Slide that right arm forward, up in line with your ears if you can. Again, working with any restrictions that you have. And back down. Get yourself in the centre. Take your left arm up. Try and keep everything level. Gently sucking your belly button into your spine. And back down. Then with the right leg, Going to slide it back, toes still touching the floor, and lift. Only as far as you can. You don't want to arch your spine. Everything should be nice and level. And back down, back to the centre. Slide the left leg back, toes still in touch with the ground, belly button sucked in, to lift up. Right arm, and down, left arm, and down, right leg, up and away, left leg, up and away. You're kicking the spider plant this time. Okay, this time we're going to go for one arm and the opposite leg. So you're going to slide left arm, right arm, left leg, and lift, and back, left arm, right leg, and back. Make sure you maintain things in the middle with your abdominals, and back, right arm and left leg. Keep the spine nice and level, try not to rotate. One more this side, and back. So we're going to finish these off with a stretch, rotation. Take the arm up to the side, following with your gaze. Breathe in and slide the arm right under in the gap between your arms and legs, twisting as far as you comfortably can. Breathe in, sweep the arm back up and round. Breathe in, sweep the arm back up and round, looking right through, threading the needle between your arms and legs. Once more, and back down. Swap sides, sweep the left arm up, follow it with your gaze, breathe in, and thread through, following the arm through with your eyes, and again to the side, and back through. Once more. And back through. And back to all fours. Okay, come back round to sitting. I'm going to finish off with a few stretches. Squeeze the wild hair. That's what happens when you're locked down for almost 2-3 months. Beginning to resemble Grizzly Adams. Okay, sitting stretches. We're going to start with the neck. Up nice and tall. Legs in front of you, more comfortable that way. Looking to the right. Looking to the left. Might feel a few clicks and cracks, that's okay, perfectly okay as long as there's no pain associated. Just you go to with your comfortable range. Once more each side. Back to the middle, take your chin down to your chest. And look up at the ceiling. Chin down to chest. And look up at the ceiling. Take your left ear to your left shoulder. You should feel that stretching down the opposite side, possibly right into the opposite shoulder. And same to the other side. Again, you only go as far as you're comfortable. Many people have a lot of neck restriction. It's really worthwhile adding in daily neck stretches, which can increase the mobility and the range of movement. Your body is just an adaptation machine, so whatever you do it adapts to. So if you don't move a joint, you'll lose the movement. If you move it, you'll gain the movement. So if you stretch where you're stiff just gently, as long as it doesn't cause any adverse symptoms, then you should increase the range of movement in that joint. Fingers up onto shoulders, rolling backwards 6 times, 5, 6, and reverse, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shake off. Bring your arms into a Cossack position and rotate to the right. And then the left. Lead with your gaze and your neck. Initiate the movement. Again, trying to be up as tall as you can. If you're more comfortable with the legs out straight, that's fine. Try not to let the pelvis move as well, it's just an upper body stretch. We'll finish off with flexion and extension. Bring the arms down the front and sweep out behind. And in front and sweep behind. And relax, shake everything off. Well, thank you for joining me today. My name's Simon Grant. I don't think I mentioned that at the beginning, apologies. And thank you again to Joachim for inviting me to join you today. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again sometime in the future. All the best. Thank you, bye.